Hello, and welcome back to English for Beginners. I'm Anna.
And hello from me, Mark. I'm happy to be back.
It's wonderful to hear your voice, Mark. In our last episode, we talked all about the weather.
Yes, I looked out the window this morning and I said, "It is sunny today." My family was very impressed.
That's fantastic, Mark. Using your English in daily life is the best way to learn. Today, we're going to learn another very practical skill. We're going to a cafe to order some food and drinks.
A cafe. I like cafes. For coffee and maybe some cake. This will be a delicious episode.
It certainly will be. First, let's learn the words for some things we can order. Let's start with drinks. Of course, there's coffee.
Coffee, my favorite.
Then there's tea.
Tea,
For a cold day, maybe hot chocolate.
hot chocolate,
And for a cold drink, you can order orange juice or just water.
Orange juice, water. Okay, those are good drinks.
Now for some food you might find in a cafe. A common one is a sandwich.
Sandwich, like a cheese sandwich or a chicken sandwich.
Exactly. And for something sweet, you can have a piece of cake.
Cake, yes please.
Or maybe just a small cookie.
Cookie,
And a very popular breakfast food in a cafe is a croissant.
croissant. It's a French word?
Yes, it is, but we use it all the time in English. So we have coffee, tea, hot chocolate, orange juice, a sandwich, a cake, a cookie, and a croissant. That's a great start. Okay, so we arrive at the cafe. If it's busy, the first thing you need is a table. You can say to the person at the door, "A table for two, please." The number changes. If you are alone, "A table for one, please."
A table for two, please. Okay.
The person, who we call a waiter or waitress, will show you to your table. Once you sit down, you need to see what food and drink they have. You need the menu. You can ask, "Can I see the menu, please?"
Can I see the menu, please? This is polite.
Very polite. The waiter will then bring you the menu to look at.
So, I walk in, I say, "A table for two, please." I sit down, I say, "Can I see the menu, please?"
Perfect. You're ready. You have the menu and you decide what you want. The waiter will come to your table and ask something like, "Are you ready to order?" or "Can I take your order?"
Are you ready to order?
To answer, you can use the polite phrases we learned for shopping. For example, "I'd like a coffee, please."
I'd like a coffee, please. Yes, I remember I'd like.
We can also use "Can I have?" "Can I have a slice of cake, please?"
Can I have a slice of cake, please? Okay.
Now, here is a new one that is very common in cafes and restaurants. "I'll have." "I'll" is short for "I will."
I'll have.
Yes, "I'll have the chicken sandwich, please." It's friendly and direct. Let's practice. Mark, what would you like to drink? Use "I'll have."
I'll have a hot chocolate, please.
Excellent choice. And what would you like to eat? Use "I'd like."
I'd like a croissant, please.
Wonderful. See, "I'd like," "Can I have," and "I'll have" are all perfect ways to order. Okay, sometimes you have a question for the waiter. Maybe you want to know if they have something specific. You can ask, "Do you have," for example, "Excuse me, do you have hot chocolate?"
Excuse me, do you have hot chocolate?
And the waiter will answer, "Yes, we do," or "No, I'm sorry, we don't." You can also ask for more detail. For instance, "What kind of sandwiches do you have?"
What kind of sandwiches do you have? That's a very good question.
It is. The waiter might reply, "We have cheese, chicken, or tuna sandwiches." Then you can choose. Let's try. You ask me a question about cake.
Okay. Excuse me, what kind of cake do you have?
As the waitress, today we have chocolate cake or lemon cake.
Chocolate cake. I'll have the chocolate cake, please.
See? It's a real conversation. So you finished your delicious food and drink. Now you need to pay. You need to get the waiter's attention and ask for the bill. You can say, "Can I have the bill, please?"
Can I have the bill, please?
Or for a very short and simple way, you can just say, "The bill, please."
The bill, please.
The waiter will bring the bill. You can pay with cash or a card. When you give the money or card, you can say, "Here you are."
Here you are. We know this from shopping.
Exactly. And if you pay with cash and you don't want the small money back, you can say, "Keep the change." This is a way of giving a tip.
Keep the change. Ah, a friendly thing to say.
Yes, but it's always optional. Okay, Mark, let's do a full role play from start to finish. I am the waitress and you are the customer. The cafe is open. Hello, welcome to Anna's Cafe.
Hello. Table for one, please.
Of course, right this way. Here is your table.
Thank you. Can I see the menu, please?
Certainly. Here you are. I'll be back in a minute to take your order. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have a coffee, please.
One coffee. And would you like anything to eat?
Yes, what kind of sandwiches do you have?
We have a cheese and tomato sandwich or a chicken sandwich.
I'd like the cheese and tomato sandwich, please.
Excellent choice. So, one coffee and one cheese and tomato sandwich. I'll bring that right out for you. Here is your coffee and your sandwich. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Excuse me?
Yes? How was everything?
It was very good, thank you. Can I have the bill, please?
Of course. Here it is. That will be $10.
Okay, here you are.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Mark, you were amazing. A perfect cafe customer. How did that feel?
That was great. The role play makes it easy to remember. I feel I can really do this now.
I know you can. So, a final quick review. To order, we can say,
I'd like, can I have, or I'll have.
to ask about options, we say,
What kind of do you have?
and to pay, we ask for,
The bill, please.
fantastic. To all our listeners, look up a cafe menu online this week. Practice ordering things from it. Say the words out loud. It really helps.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Anna. This was a very fun episode.
I thought so too. Thank you for joining me, Mark.
See you next time.
See you then. And a big thank you to all of you listening to English for Beginners. Join us for our next episode where we will learn how to talk about your hobbies and free time in more detail. Until then, maybe visit a local cafe. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Goodbye, everyone.